Today we're going to talk about packing for a quick weekend getaway. Normally I use these storage containers that go up into the overhead bin, and it starts out looking very neat like this. And inevitably by the end of the trip it looks like this. And it's very difficult for me to find items in here and keep them organized. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna transition everything I have in here, which is what I would bring for a couple days in the van, and we're going to put them in just a few packing cubes. So aren't these cute? These are my Darn Tough socks, and they have little bears on them. Super cute. I now have 3 packing cubes instead of the container. I think this is a better option. It's a little bit wider but shorter, and they'll be easier to get in and out. And that's one of the things I'm very happy about. So this will just store, these are just normal storage bins. Let's go see what this looks like in the van. Normally, this is what it looks like. We've got the 2 bins that we use for our clothing, and we have a little bit of space in the middle that we can put things in. Let's take this bin out and replace it with our packing cubes and see how they fit. You'll notice as I take it out, I've got to work around the hinges a bit, and it rubs on the top. That's another reason that I'm looking to replace these with packing cubes. Let's put our cubes in. 1, 2, and 3. Looks like there's more room in here because we've got this space right here. That this will provide me with the ability to bring more clothing because these are not full. And while they take up almost the same amount of size, the bin was full with the clothes that I had. So I can get more clothes in these for sure than I can in the bin. Check back in later to see how the packing cubes worked out on the trip. Let's do a recap on using storage containers or a packing cube. Let's start with the storage container. I will say that while this is nice and uniform, it does get messy inside and it's difficult to find things. I often find myself digging through here relatively quickly trying to find something and making a mess, which is a little bit frustrating because if I want to find, let's say, a pair of jeans, I have to dig around to find them instead of easily locating them. It is nice that it's uniform. Everything stays in the same spot, doesn't slide around. That's really nice. However, as you saw in the video, it's kind of difficult to get this in and out of the upper bins, so that is a detractor for using these. The packing cubes did work out very nicely. I like the fact that I have these separated into categories of clothing. So if I want to get my socks or underwear, I have them in the small packing cube. I know exactly where they're at. They're nice and neat. I tend to fold things when I use the packing cubes, so my clothing stays neat and organized. It is also nice to be able to take one packing cube out to get to something that I need. I know it's in this specific packing cube. It's also nice because I can bring one packing cube into the house, change the clothes out, and take it back out without having to bring in the whole container. I could pack these by day, so each day has a different section, or 2 days have one section. I could do that and just have to bring one out and put one back in. It's not a bad idea. These are also much more flexible and expand, whereas this is a very limited space and I can cram more things in there, but it makes it more difficult to find things. The packing cubes I can fill up and still be able to find what I need because I've organized them in outerwear, underwear, socks, etc. And then my t-shirts and my tops and bottoms in a double one. I really think that I'm going to be utilizing packing cubes over the storage container for my clothing. I think it's a more flexible option for me. You can do whatever works for you. I'm interested in hearing what you use to store your clothing in your van when you travel. If you like this video, click like and subscribe to continue seeing videos from our channel. Thanks for watching.